Thanks for staying with us right here on News Central TV. And this is Popcaster with me, JJ Raymond. Now, my guests, I'll start with the guy this time. He's an OAPA scriptwriter, director, actor, and most importantly, a husband material. I'm talking about the one and only Chukwudi. How you doing?
Thank you so much. I am doing blessed.
You look good.
Thank you.
And of course, we have a supermodel, a TV producer, and a wife material who's right here with us too. Hello, Peculiar. How are you?
I'm good. Nice to be with you guys.
Okay. Now, the good thing is that both of them are smiling, but hey, the very first story we have right now, I need to clean my mouth up for this. Now, guess what? A writer and podcast host, Solomon Buchi, put up a note to his wife on social media, and that's, besides the whole trending stories of Thames, Beyonce, Portable, and Obama's summer playlist, became the #1 trending subject on social media and even broadcast media all around the world. His post says, "You're not the most beautiful woman, neither are you the most intelligent woman, but I've chosen to never find commitment in anyone else. I put a gaze on you, and with that commitment, we would mold ourselves for ourselves. Our perfection is in our commitment." First up, I'll start with you, lady. What do you make of that note? Good, not so good, or crazy?
Well, I think that's just crazy. It's crazy. I get what he's trying to say, but the delivery was not it.
I'm sorry, what is he trying to say?
Well, let me just lay it real as it is. He's trying to pass a message to his fiancée that he chose her, but what I'm reading and what I'm saying is, I chose to settle for you.
Okay, is it a bad thing to choose to settle for her, Chukwudi?
I think she also chose to settle for him. So it is balanced settlement.
So the word is chose?
Yeah, see, I think a lot of people would look at the message and choose whatever they feel is their deduction of what he meant. And it's not supposed to be so. Now, why look at you are not the most beautiful and not look at our perfection is in our commitment?
Exactly.
So why separate his statement and say this? I mean, it's positive, comparative, superlative, many more, most. He says she's not the most beautiful. He's also not the most handsome.
He should have said it. He did not put it there. He should have said, I am also not the most handsome.
This is what we are saying. We are all saying he should have.
But he actually did say so, because if you read down the whole thread, that whole message, he wrote a lot of reaffirmment. He said a lot of things, and I love you here, I committed with you, I committed to you, and all that. Why do we have to isolate the very first line?
No, yes, because that's the very first line. You do not dedicate a post to me and you begin it with "you are not the most beautiful." How dare you? So, are you the most handsome man out there? Whose yardstick are we using to judge who the most beautiful is? And why is there even a comparison? It's a post to me. Just say you are beautiful, you are intelligent, I'm so happy to spend the rest of my life with you.
Okay,
so people are entitled to personal opinion.
Yes.
If he says this is how he feels, it's not a problem. If you look at it and say you are also not the most handsome, or you expect him to say you are not the most handsome so that you will balance it, that's also how you feel. But it is important to point out that people saw this one post
and isolated it
and forgot about everything this guy has done and
we
what he says.
We don't know his relationship. This is going viral, not just in Nigeria.
So why conclude with one post?
Because that's what we saw.
So you do your research now.
Why do I have to research?
Because this is not who he is.
No,
all right, Chukwudi and Peculiar.
Okay,
let's calm down right now. Now the question is, when you see an article, isn't it best for you to read in totality rather than isolate some parts? You should understand the message, contextualize it. Why isn't this contextualized?
Okay.
Why does it seem like, man, he wrote all kinds of terrible things against the woman? Meanwhile, he was reaffirming his love. I need to say that again.
2 plus 6 is what?
8.
7 plus 1 is what?
8.
4 plus 4 is what?
8.
There are different perspectives to this. So in as much as you feel you understand what he's saying, you should also understand what the people dragging him online are saying. There are certain things called boundaries, and you cross it for a lot of people. And if they're dragging you online, you don't go on a live and start saying, if you're coming here to expect an apology, you're not getting. That's so immature of him.
So you know what? 6 plus 2, 7 plus 1, 4 plus 4. The answer will always be 8. So whether it is 8 plus 0, the answer will always be 8. One thing is constant. This guy loves this woman. And I would not want a situation where people would say, okay, because of this post, he shouldn't have. First, you cannot tell him how to express himself. And the lady did not complain to anybody. I understand the argument that people say, oh, there are women who have dealt with narcissistic men, people who try to bring them down, who constantly make them feel like they are not worth it. But the truth is, the best thing to do is look at the post in its entirety. He did not end with, I'm just managing you.
Okay. Let's take this line. It says, stating that you're not the most beautiful / intelligent might sound like it's not a compliment. Hello, that is not a compliment. It is not a compliment.
He said
let
so.
Let us take that line. You say let us take the post as it is.
Yes.
Stating you are not the most beautiful / intelligent might sound like it's not a compliment. It's not.
Could you continue?
Guys,
could you continue?
But it's a realistic base for real love.
That is not a realistic base for real love. Real love is that you are beautiful, you are intelligent, I love you. That is not a base. That is a base for his love.
Now, could you say that again? Real love is that you're beautiful, you're intelligent, I love you. Sorry, real love is you are not beautiful, you're not intelligent, you're not the Beyonce.
You're not the most beautiful.
Let me also tell you, we have 5 different love languages.
Talk to me.
Do you know that? Do you agree that words of affirmation is one of the love languages? So if you have a girl who words of affirmation is her love language, are you going to love me the way you want to love me, or are you going to love me the way I want to be?
But he ends by saying that our perfection is in our commitment. We cannot isolate one part of the message and dwell on a certain part. Like what you did here was you went to the second paragraph and said, stating that you're not the most beautiful / intelligent might sound like it's not a compliment here, but you forgot to add that, but it is a realistic base for real love.
That is for him. That is not for the world. There's no standard.
He's expressing himself. Which word?
And that's why you're dragging it.
Peculiar. Could you just hold on? Now, first up, I know that his fiancée, his partner, is a first-class graduate who understands. Sorry, guys, please.
Sorry.
Who understands this, every single thing he wrote. However, I want to lean towards the ladies right now. Now, Chukwudi, don't you think that if you end up telling your lady those kind of words, that you may not be the most beautiful, you may not be the most intelligent, and someday, you may not be the slimmest, and someday she adds weight, don't you think it's going to mess around with her insecurity?
I don't think it would result in him loving her less. And like you said, she's smart, she's intelligent. Wait,
no, I'm talking about the effect on the lady eventually.
Now, in the end, it is how he makes her feel, whether you like it or not. We're all not going to look the same way. I wasn't looking like this 10 years ago. We are not all going to look the same way, but it doesn't change the fact that my parents still love me regardless. It doesn't change the fact that my partner still loves me regardless.
Peculiar.
So whether you are going to change, you're not going to look young forever.
All right, Peculiar, do you agree with him on this?
Okay.
She agrees, I've converted her.
No, you did not. No, you did not. So the thing is, the most important thing that will lead to the new journey you're about to go on is commitment. And I do applaud that he's willing to commit.
He is committed.
The problem there is the statement and the way it was presented. Good point. You did not send it in a good way. There are better ways to communicate that. And let's not forget, this is social media. You cannot make a post and then come back and say, my partner understands, or I'm not going to go around talking about my relationship.
Because it's his partner.
But you put it on social media.
It's his partner.
No. Okay,
the online in-laws are not satisfied.
Everyone has complained.
Drag.
People have analyzed. They have broken down his statement. The partner has not said a word. She loves him.
What do you have to say?
Look at his closing statement.
I love you.
I love you, comma. And you're fair. You understand? I am committed to you. I miss you so much.
Now,
with punctuation marks.
Peculiar.
But my love for you is stronger than this.
Chukwudi, we have a question for Peculiar.
What a 21st century Romeo.
Peculiar.
Oh,
no, that's not
Peculiar.
Romeo.
Once again, I call you Peculiar.
I'm here.
Don't you think that it's going to be so boring if we were dating and every day I write you, I love you, I love you? Don't you think I should put it in such a poetic way to tease the relationship?
Of violence.
Yes, it's like the icing on the cake.
This is a whole river. No, this is triggering, and he should understand that what this post did was trigger a lot of ladies. And the fact that he's been
but they are not his and your fair now. Why are they triggered? Why are you triggered by another man's message? Loving message to his partner. That's the question.
That's the last question. Now, even 3 of us right now, we are seated, standing and talking about this. We think consign us for this guy post.
Now the people when they drag him now.
Right. Online in-law. Let me speak on behalf of the online in-laws on social media. Hello, if you come to social media and bring your personal relationship. It's not personal again. We are invested in it. We died here.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay to die there.
Yeah.
But you should cut the young man some slack. Maybe because I know Solomon Buchi, not personally, but I have seen, his post. Yeah. And I know that this guy would not go out of his way to pull somebody he loves down.
Okay, guys, this is absolutely interesting. And the truth about it is that you see, this conversation will never end. However, this segment has got to end, or this story, so to speak. Hey, we've got another story, and this is a very interesting one, but that will come after the break. Stick around.
News Central TV, Africa's #1 storyteller, has come with the best of both worlds. With a combination of news app and live TV, we ensure that you keep track of the latest headlines, breaking news, and in-depth analysis from professional journalists from around the continent. Download the News Central TV app on Android and iOS and get started today. Don't forget to follow us on News Central's social media platforms. News Central, Africa First.
This is Popcasa. Now, there are 3 popular fathers in the world. First is American actor Eddie Murphy, who's got 10 children from 5 women. Then Nigerian musician Baba himself has got 7 from 3 women. And of course, American TV host, rapper, actor, and comedian Nick Cannon, who just had his 8th child from, of course, his 5th woman. Now, Nick Cannon was engaged in a conversation and said a whole lot about women, but particularly this one.
Do y'all know when y'all stinking up the room?
Like, I never stunk up a room.
Well, see, as I said, present.
I already know that.
You see my shocked in the paw face?
but that's the thing, because
I have smelled people stink up the room.
And it's like, it be some of the most beautiful women. You be like, yo, how was you got. You
I have a story one time.
Stylists.
This guy I know called me, told me he was having sex with a girl and the whole room smelled like sewage. That's what he said. He's terrible.
But she be acting like she has no idea. I'm like, I cannot be the only one.
But it's like when you're at the zoo and the elephant smell, you get used to it, and then after a while you don't smell it anymore.
You don't. It's like the Martin joke when he be like, "That's you. That's you."
Quite a mouthful, quite an interesting thing he said right there. Maybe not interesting. What do you think, Peculiar? 80% of women struggle with their hygiene. That's what he said. That's what Nick Cannon, world's famous father. That's what he said. What do you think?
Well, I think he's saying 80% of the women he has been with, because I'm not seeing that statistic anywhere else. That's what I think. And secondly, have some respect for the female part. That pushed all of you out here. You came out from there from your mom, you came out from there. People should have some respect for the female part.
I particularly love the female part. Like, I respect it a whole lot. That's what I mean. But what do you think about it? So what he just said.
So I think that, he's been with so many women.
Okay.
And while, you cannot say 80% because there is no statistical data to back that claim, maybe from his personal experience. And if you think about it, you have people who maybe apply makeup, have to spray certain things on their hair, rub this and rub that. It's a possibility. Maybe with the sun, you begin to like shower kind of, there's this something shower, there's an edge shower kind of, I don't want to say, there's this, the smell is nice, but just
it could go wrong.
It could go wrong. Just try and enter the bathroom.
Are you talking from experience?
Well, I mean, living in this part of the world, and having to, maybe stay around people, or even personally, do stuff that you are maybe outside in the sun for a very long time, or you have to move and you begin to sweat to a considerable degree. Somehow, the Eforiro can start smelling like sour egusi.
Chukwudi, you did not answer my question. Are you talking from experience, personal experience? But anyway.
No, not personal experience.
Are you sure?
No,
Are you sure?
Peculiar. Now, do you agree with what he said? Is there a way that all this could just end up being a little sour, a little disgusting with bad odor after, say, your makeup? Or does that originate from the fact that the lady is not neat?
Okay, let me educate you guys.
Okay. Thank you.
Ladies smell.
Everybody smells.
I smell.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's not just talk about the ladies having a beautiful natural fragrance down there and not talk about the guys. Dudes smell too.
No, but the conversation is about what he said.
Now.
He did not say guys.
Okay. She wants to land.
Okay.
So now that that stuff you people are talking about, I don't want to even bring it out from my own mouth. It's natural.
All right.
The pH level is just about like it could be acidic and it could be from the alkaline. So when the acidic level of the pH balance in the beautiful part of a lady is much, it can produce smell. So it's not necessarily about all of the outdoor things, except the sweat and, you know, when you go out. Normal, when you go out and you come back, you should shower. Everybody should shower. Ladies should shower. Guys should shower. But when you talk about that particular scent you're talking about, it can come from different things. It can come from your diet. It can come from the amount of
But in this case, he's talking of something that is disgusting.
Very disgusting. It comes from...
It could come from your diet.
But it still doesn't change the fact that it is disgusting.
So are you speaking from a personal experience?
No, I'm just saying, because no matter how we try to explain it away, there's an existing problem. It doesn't. You cannot see, for example, somebody farts here and begins to sing "Smooth Operator." Your sweet voice will not overshadow the smell.
What makes you feel that that thing you're talking about is the lady's fault and not the guy's fault?
No, it doesn't.
Do you know how many things you guys put in a lady?
Thank you.
If you go in here and you go in here and you go in here and you come back to your faithful girlfriend, she's going to produce that thing.
Then close it.
I have a problem right now.
And give us
now, I
solution.
do have a problem when the society thinks that men are the cheats or the peculiar cheat among us. And some persons think that women, as a matter of fact, I was speaking with a counselor and he told me that he has got more cases of women who cheat than men. How true is that?
I don't even want to talk about who cheats more and who doesn't cheat more. The truth is that women bear the consequences more.
Do women cheat?
Anybody can cheat.
Okay.
Anybody can cheat. Guys cheat, ladies cheat. I don't know who cheats more until I go and make a study on the whole thing. But anybody
From your
cheats.
experience, would you say that men are the...
I think, you know, many people are conditioned to believe that it is normal when the man does because it's just his nature. And then, you know, because, for example, the man does not cheat with a spaghetti. He cheats with, in the case where the man cheats with, you know, the woman, he cheats with the woman, and the woman cheats with the man. Now, I know that, you know, people have conducted study, but whether you like it or not, it doesn't still cover the generality of the world's population. But women, they do things.
Okay, women, they do things. Let's keep it right there, all right? Peculiar, you wanted to talk, but keep it locked. Now,
okay.
Do you want to say something?
Can I?
No talk. Okay, let's move on right now. This next story, I call it a story, but we simply categorize it under the H. It's all about 33-year-old American actor of Nigerian descent. I'm talking about Rotimi, who opened his mouth to say this.
You got money in Africa, it don't matter what country, you live in 10 times better than most rich people here. There's wealthy there and there's rich here. There's a big difference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, experiencing that and seeing that, and then just the style, the swag, everything has been stolen from there.
Come on, talk
You
your
know what I'm
shit,
saying?
man.
So I think everybody just needs to know that they need to go home, and even just the air, like the air is crisp. You can breathe. Like when you breathe in America, bro, it's like you breathing in problems, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
And be
Listen.
like, yes, anxiety.
We start with you.
So the foundation is if you have money.
Yeah.
If you have money.
Yes.
Now, you can live in a society where you can get anything you want just because you have money. And I think he's very, very correct with that opinion. I mean, people do not pay taxes. You know, people have a lot of money and, you know, they know how to just alter the books and pay a paltry sum. And then they can live like they are kings. So there's nothing wrong with what he has said. If you have money, you can get away with anything.
So Peculiar, you agree with the fact that there's no place like home, whether you have money or not, or when you have money, that Nigeria is just the best compared to US, Europe, and those
There's
places?
no place like home, but somebody that is home should be making that statement, not him. Should go and say one, please.
No, there's nothing wrong in what he has said. He comes down to Africa, hangs around with the big
Comes
boys.
down
So, but
Yes,
you know,
and
hanging
It's
in
different.
Africa is different from living in Africa.
God will bless
or facing
you.
the real-time situation of things that happen right here.
If you have money, if the question is, see, the basis of that statement is, if you have money, doors will open for you. One phone call and problems will be sorted. That's what he's saying.
Chukwudi, I totally disagree with you. Money or not, if the society is not right, if the things, come on, the status quo is not okay. There is no, you better stay in a sane environment than live in a place
we live in a country where people do not have access to the basic necessities of life.
Despite the fact that
it is something that every human should enjoy. Now,
Right,
when you get it, it becomes luxury to you. I am telling you that there are people who they do not. When you complain about prices of food items in the market, they look at you like you don't know what you're talking about because they have money. They don't even go to the market. People go to the market for them.
Chukwudi, the truth about it is that you see that Lekki Ekpe Expressway, whether you have money or not, you're going to fall into those potholes.
Let me tell you something. There are people who don't even get.
You're out there and you're just talking. You're just,
let me tell you what is funny. Let me tell you what. There are people who don't get on Lekki Ekpe Expressway in 2 months.
Chukwudi, what's the percentage of
people who have money? What is the percentage of people who have money? You see, you are talking of people who have money.
Now we are talking
who
about
can
people.
afford it.
Chukwudi, you're rich. I'm rich.
I am not, my brother. I am not rich.
You are rich.
You are rich. Compared to the populace, you are very rich.
Forget fine clothes, my brother. Forget packaging. We know the money he's talking about. We see. I had this experience.
Okay.
I had this experience where, somebody who participated in the primary elections of a political party in Abuja just saw someone and I like your car. The guy is like, how people say, this car is for sale. He said, how much? He told him the price and told him to convert it to dollars, and he paid from his pocket.
Okay, guys.
That's rich.
Okay, guys.
Not rich
now, you're beginning to contextualize it or give it different perspectives.
But this is what he's saying. People who have money.
Rich in Nigeria is that you can afford 3 square meal. You've got a house.
That's not rich.
You've got a car.
That's not rich. You are okay.
You are rich.
You are okay.
Okay, now
rich
okay is rich. You're not poor.
Rich is people that can declare. That's what they tell you. Dorime is not for civil servants.
If you're not poor, what are you?
You said?
If you're not poor, what are you?
You are managing. You are getting by.
Anyway, thank you, Peculiar. Thanks for coming around on the show today. And thanks to you, Chukwudi. Chukwudi, I think we're going to continue this conversation outside. Probably do an untaped or taped.
We need to we'll take it to the streets now.
No problem.
Anyway, hey, whatever happens to you, please ensure that you stay sane and also belong to that divide of being rich. But don't disregard those who are not. Have yourself a fantastic day.